Okay, so we have a white screen, a white background with black writing. It says Writing from the Groin by Sandra Alland. At the top, there are 5 circles with various options. I'm clicking on the option that says Access Panel. It takes you to another screen with more options. Sounds are on. I'm going to change the background color from light to dark. I'm going to increase the text size to 125%. The typeface is currently a font called Inconstant, and I'm changing it to Nunito. And now I'm closing that window. We're back on the screen. It's a black background with white text, and the introduction reads, Writing from the Groin is a text-based and multimedia essay that celebrates how and why disabled literature leaves non-disabled literature in the dust, despite constant attempts to eliminate our stories. The essay is about 4,000 words long, with plain language summaries, alt text of images, and creative footnotes, including captioned film clips from other disabled and deaf artists. There's also a 1-hour video of the same essay featuring an audio reading, BSL translation, audio description, and captions. And below that, there are 4 buttons: multimedia text, BSL AD video, about, and read watch list. We're on multimedia text. I'm scrolling down, and the next thing is Plain Language Summaries by Kelsey Acton. There's a purple box with white text, and it says click box to read how plain language summaries work. And then I'm going to click that box, and it opens into a large purple box with white text. It reads, This is a plain language summary. Summaries like this will appear for each part of the main essay. This means they will tell you the main idea of the writing clearly. Often there are lots of examples that show you how the main idea works. The plain language summaries won't tell you about all the examples. Hopefully, they help you understand the writing. Plain language summaries will be in purple boxes like this one. They will have a title that starts with Click Box for Plain Language. You click the box and the box opens. You click the box again to close the box. So I've clicked that close now. And now we arrive at the full title, Writing from the Groin, /and how non-disabled, cishet, moneyed white people lock themselves into mediocrity. Written by me, image alt text by me and guest artists, and then it says creative footnotes, San and guest artists, and there's a raised pink number 1. I'm zooming in on that. I'm zooming back out, and it says no need to click on the number. Footnotes automatically appear to the right of the main text on desktop and below the main text on other devices. And sure enough, to the right of that, there is a black box outlined in pink, bright pink, and it says footnote 1, and there's an image. Text below the image says, An image of my bad sketch, how footnotes usually work. That's the title. The number 1 next to a word matches up with footnote number 1 lower down, described as super tiny and crammed at the bottom of the page. Don't worry, no more drawings by me will appear in this essay. Then it says more image info in alt text. Now I'm clicking on that because you can click on the footnotes to make them larger. And the footnote is now in the center of the screen. It says near the bottom of the image equals brain is hurting because even if it's digital and you can adjust the font size, it's still a lot of faffing about. I click that to close it, and then I'm closing footnote number 1. Next is content notes, generalized non-graphic commentary on sexualization, ableism, eugenics, and death. And then it says click box for plain language of content notes. That box says, this writing will talk about the ways non-disabled people think about disabled people. Non-disabled people are people who aren't disabled. The writer, San, will talk about some non-disabled people's feelings about disabled people having sex or being thought of as sexy. San will also talk about people being hurt or dying because of who they are. There are no details about people being hurt because of who they are. You can skip to something else on the Locked World website if this isn't something you want to think about right now. So again, a huge thanks to Kelsey Acton for those incredible plain language summaries. So next it says introduction. With this essay, I offer imaginative alternatives in both content and form to the limitations of mainstream/non-disabled writing and publishing. Now I'm going to scroll down through the footnotes. As they pass by, there's Alex Haggard, there's Brooklyn Melvin, there's alt text as poetry, and I'm coming to a stop at footnote number 11. I'll read the text just before it. Disability justice, DJ, is not quote-unquote justice for disabled people, as in a single-issue civil rights struggle that ends when there are ramps everywhere. Rooted in cross-disability and cross-movement solidarity, DJ is an evolving intersectional movement. It was formed by people of color, queer, and gender nonconforming people, including the founders of the U.S. performance project, Sins Invalid. So to the right of the word invalid is a bright pink number 11, which is raised. I've zoomed in to show that. And now to the right of the main text, we have footnote 11 in bright pink with a bright pink outline of a black box. White text below a video says, a captioned video of Maria Palacios, a brown light-skinned woman with dark brown hair and brown eyes. She quotes from writing by Sins Invalid and Patty Byrne on disability justice, 53 seconds. And I've pushed play on that, and now I'm clicking the box to make it pop up larger in the center. A video footnote of a brown, light-skinned woman with dark brown hair and brown eyes.
Hi, I'm Maria Palacios. I'm a longtime artist and collaborator with Sins Invalid. Here's a quote about disability justice from the Sins Invalid website. The histories of white supremacy and ableism are inextricably entwined. Created in the context of colonial conquest and capitalist domination, one cannot look at the history of U.S. slavery, the stealing of indigenous lands, and U.S. imperialism without seeing the way that white supremacy uses ableism to create a lesser, other group of people that is deemed less worthy, able, smart, capable.
And we're back on the main screen, and I'm shutting footnote 11 with the small arrow there. Disability justice is definitely something that we need to be thinking about in this current moment. The end of that paragraph in the main text says, disability literature without DJ is, well, individualist regurgitation of the harmful status quo, but much disabled literature forefronts disability justice, along with creatively embedded access, as essential and form-altering. I've clicked on the back to top button at the bottom right of the screen. That's taken me back to the different selections for my essay, and I've selected BSL/AD video. That's taken me to a new page of a still photograph. There's a purple button with a play symbol that you can click that says watch on YouTube. There's also a button further down that says video with closed captions, a reminder to turn on the closed captions when you go to the video. And text below the image says a video of a BSL interpreted and audio described reading of Sandra Alland's essay featuring San and guest artists. The still is of Kieran Stewart, a white deaf person with brown hair and a beard. He's wearing a black t-shirt with bright capital letters that say footnote in orange, and he's signing. I'm scrolling down to the credits. It says reading, audio description, and editing, me, and then BSL translation by Yvonne Strain, and Yvonne will appear shortly, and she translates the main text of the essay. Then BSL footnote translation by Kieran Stewart, video of Yvonne by Connor O'Toole, and captions by Jack Guariento and A.B. Silvera. And to end, I'm just going to show a short clip of Kieran Stewart to demonstrate how the creative footnotes work and overall how the BSL/AD video interprets the text that you've seen a bit of up till now. Cut to a white deaf person wearing a black t-shirt that says footnote in bright orange letters. He signs, I'm Kieran. In this BSL version of San's essay, I represent San's footnotes, in the flesh. so you can call me Footnote. Footnotes, or asides, are information and explanations at the bottom or side of English texts. An image appears. It's my bad sketch, how footnotes usually work. I've drawn the main text of a book. A number 1 next to a word matches up with footnote number 1 lower down, described as super tiny and crammed at the bottom of the page. Don't worry, no more drawings by me will appear in this essay. Back to you, Footnote. He signs. Sand's essay has multimedia footnotes that are hopefully more useful and fun than usual footnotes. When I appear and address you, I'm Sand's thoughts. Or I introduce video footnotes from other disabled and deaf writers. See you soon. So I'm just going to end with a big thank you to everyone who contributed to the essay. My guest videos, visuals, and film clips came from Alex Haggard, Brooklyn Melvin, Bojana Cochliat and Finnegan Shannon, Maria Palacios from Sins Invalid, Meg Day, Raymond Antrobus and Vilma Jackson, D.L. Williams, Talia Randall, Leroy F. Moore Jr., Jordan Scott, Sarah Cates and the Deaf Poets Society, Kay Ulande Barrett, Leah Clements, Susanna Davies Crook, Alice Hattrick and Sophie Hoyle, John Lee Clark, Kyra Pollitt, Paul Scott, Victoria Punch, David Ellington et al., Leah Lakshmi Piepshna Samarasinga, Danny Donovan, the cyborg Gillian Weisse, and Mia Mingus. Additional references include Callie Gardner, Patty Byrne, Mia Ward, Natalie Joel, Fleur Adcock, Alice Wong, Lisa Kelly and Sophie Stone, Mel Baggs, Yelicha Nuccio, and AJ Granda. Thanks also, of course, to Morna and Mari and everyone at Birds of Paradise Theatre for all of the support and hard work that went into making this project happen. And thanks to all of you for being here. Me with long hair and a mask, blissfultimes.ca. Links to Sand's full essay as multimedia text or BSL/AD video in the info section below this video.